You're right, guys, so today we're going to be making D.O.D style piano house, specifically his track Isolate. He blew up massively last year with his track Sleepless, but prior to that he released this track Isolate, which has a really nice piano in it, so today we're going to be going over that. Right, let's get into it. Cool, so that's what we're going to be making, and if you want to download this you can get it from my Patreon. The link for that is in the bio. Let's crack on. Right guys, let's start with the most important thing, the piano. It sounds like this. So the notes are quite strange, I will say. Essentially we are in A minor or C major, otherwise known, and we've got a basic pattern. So if I put the notes in, so C major only uses the white notes, so follow this. So every note here, all these green notes are in the white, okay? So that's C major scale or A minor, it's the same thing. So firstly we've got this basic third, so that's one, skip one, a third, and then we go up to third, fourth, fifth, sixth, okay? And then we've also got this bottom note, which is a fourth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, F. So this note down here, the F, is a fourth. Same follows here. So we've got a D, and then this is standing away, so this E goes the whole way through, but we've then, again, from the D, we go up a fourth, and we get this G. In terms of this note up here, that's a third, fifth, a sixth again. So it's quite a strange progression, but it sounds really nice. Again, it seems like something he's just played around with until he's got it right. So yeah, if you want to have a quick copy of that, you can. We've then got the piano sound coming from the chord M1. I've got both the M1 piano house, which is the classic, and also the simple piano, which is slightly lower volume, which I really like. We've got some, what we got? Effects. So if we go to master effects, we've got an ensemble hall. So that's giving it some reverb. We've got this exciter, which isn't really doing anything. We've then got this insert effect, so we've got a room reverb. Again, not doing a whole lot. So yeah, pretty basic, not really a lot going on in terms of effects, apart from that small bit of room reverb. We then got this delay, so this actually changes throughout the piano. It's a 1-to-1 delay with quite a small feedback, and it's just on the high end. Without it, okay, it's just making the signal a bit more wet, giving it some excitement and character. So increasing the character, we're then taking out the low end, anything below 290, but then we're boosting anything at that. So yeah, anything about 350 we're boosting. Without it, it's a lot stronger, but again, I'm copying the original, and that's what he's done. So we then move on to the reverb, taking out some of the stabbiness. We've then got this OTT, giving it some brightness, and also making it more like tickly, less in your face, so a bit softer. And that's about it. This EQ is not doing anything, so we can delete it. Yeah. We then got the second piano, which is layered with it. Again, this is just trying to help fill out the space. subtle, but it fills out some of the frequencies. So we've got the grand piano, so you can just search grand. We've then got the same delay on it, same sort of EQ, but without the boost. We've then got the same reverb and the same OTT. And lastly on the end, we've got the same EQ, which is doing nothing, which we're going to delete. Cool. So that's the piano. All together, sounds like this. But yeah, the main sort of sound comes from that delay that we've got with the 1-1 setting, to the sync to 1-1. So yeah, it's quite simple, but it works. We've then got this kick and bass. Start with the kick. Not sure what pack this is from. It's just a kick, quite thumpy. Got a bit of a click to it, so you can hear it punch through the bass and piano. So that's helpful. Not a lot of processing, it's already processed. We've then got this bass, quite distorted and quite a lot of high end. Again, this is what they do in the original, so that's what I've done. Got this basic analog MDC, not too sure what synth that's from. Then got quite a lot of effects that aren't even doing anything, so you can delete those. It's essentially just this distortion. Dirtying it up a bit. Look at the envelope, so we're driving it quite a lot, and the high cutoff goes quite high, so we're letting in a lot of the high frequencies. We're then even boosting those at around 2 kilohertz, just to emphasize that. Oh, and obviously side chaining it quite heavily to the kick. We've then got this strange plucky thing, like a bell. A lot of reverb. It's coming from Voxland, so this is just a preset. If you search load, it was under, where is it? Vocal Airy. Prog is in there somewhere. Voxland, I don't know where. But yeah, you can have a look for that if you really want it. There it is at the top, number 28. So yeah, that's quite strange. Similar to what he uses in his one. I think he uses sort of a vocally synth sort of stab. Yeah, I wouldn't say this is the exact one that he's used, but fairly similar. But then also taking out the low end, boosting the high end to give it some brightness, and again whacking it up in volume because it's really quiet. Cool. Then we've got the drums. Not the best drums, but they're not bad. Pretty basic. Not a lot of percussion going on in the original. We've got this clap. No effects. I've got this hat, standard like 909. Then got this little percussion. And driving the track forward, got this shaker loop. No effects. We then got this snare. So 909 hard snare too. With the MIDI, pretty standard. Don't even think we put a swing on it. No, but then if you look at the velocity, it fades off at the end before the drop. And we've got this string. So again, a lot of the Korg M1 used on this. Apologies if you've not got it. I used the Angels preset. Again, that's from the... Oh, if I deselect it. Yeah, if you go to the browser, vocal, you can find it there. Yeah, a lot of reverb on it, and taking out the low end. Lastly, you've got this vocal, which I've just stolen from the original. I won't lie, that's why it's a bit gritty quality. Cool. Lastly, not a lot on the master. I wouldn't advise mastering with Ableton plugins. You should really use third party. So that's why I've left that sort of blank for you to master yourself. We've got this washout. Again, this is really good. Helps build atmosphere before the drop. It's basically a reverb delay, takes out the low end, does quite a lot. Let's have a quick look, see if we can see what's in it. Here you go, look, loads of shit going on. But yeah, it's really good. Really good to put before a drop. How do I make it smaller? Then we've got this limiter, just making sure nothing's peaking. And then, yeah, I don't know what this is even doing, nothing. Oh, fades out at the end slightly. Cool, yeah, so if you want this, you can get it from my Patreon. If not, I'll have a new video out in a few days. Cheers, bye bye.